Hey Charlie! Welcome to your sectional video for today. We are going to start off with rhythm sheet number 3. So, you might want to pause this video and go grab a pencil. While you're at it, the order for today. We've got rhythm sheet number 3. We will look at our G major scale from the scale page. We will then do kernel bogey, infernal gallop, and end with smash mouth. So, on rhythm sheet number 3, what I would like you to do is to write in the counting from measures 17 through measures 20. If you've already done that, fantastic. We can jump right into it. But if you haven't, feel free to pause the video. So, measure 17. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Measure 18, we rest on beat 1. So, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now measure 19. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and finally, measure 20. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Measure 17 all the way through measure 20. Clap and count all of it with me. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up. And 2 and 3 and a 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Sorry, measure 20 I screwed up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Ready to move on? I am. Please take out your major scale page. So we're looking at our G major scale, which is also your A. We got 3 sharps. Can you name them for me? F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. How do we play F sharp? Second valve. How do we play G sharp? It's also A flat, if that makes it easier. 2 and 3. And then finally, our C sharp is going to be 1, 2, and 3. Are you ready? Here's your starting note. Let's read the ink. So we will go all the way up to the B and then back down in quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember how we talked about tonguing last week? I would like you to tongue between every note. So we're basically kind of whispering ta. We are moving our tongue in our mouth to touch right behind our front 2 teeth, but never stopping the air. The air never stops, just the sound. It's like, ever seen a clothesline? Put a clothespin in a clothesline. Clothesline is still there, just like our air is still there. Here we go. Try again. 2, 3, 4. Next up. Are you ready to play Colonel Bogey? run this through. This piece should be basically concert ready by now. Let's go ahead and do it. Here we go. We will take all repeats. Ready? Oh, 1, 2. Sorry, that was measure 29. How are you doing so far though? Were you holding your eighth notes tied to a quarter note for the correct amount of beats? I bet you were. Can we take it back to measure 24? This is going to be a D whole note tied to a quarter note. Here we go. 24. Oh, 1, 2. I started playing the melody line. Okay. Start at the first ending, 35. So we really want to hold that 1, 2, 1. Can we try that? 35, 36, and measure 5. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a little funky. Let's start at measure 5. Because I messed up, we're going to take the first ending, we will repeat back to measure 5, and then we will take the second ending. Here we go. Measure 5, first time through. Ready? 1, 2. And there we ended. If you were able to follow along, fabulous. You are exactly where I would like you to be. If there's still a section or two that needs a little bit of work, okay, you know what you need to work on. Work on it. All right? last kernel bogey for today. Next up, Infernal Gallop. We are going to focus on measures 29 through 44. So again, this is another section where tonguing really comes into place. I would love it if you would be able to leave me a comment on our Google form, either week 1 or week 2, talking about your progress with this. We can talk more about it. I can send you videos. I just need to know how you're doing with it. All right? Start with 29. We are just going to run this section a few times. That's all we can do. Here we go. 29. 1 and 2 and. And stop. So far, so good? Why don't we break it down? We'll go slower. Really focus on making sure that we are separating our notes. Here we go. 29. 1, 2. How is measures 33 and 34 coming along? They tripped me up, so I want to know how you're doing with them. If you're getting all the notes and rhythms, then really the only thing left to focus on is tonguing and the articulations and dynamics. So this whole section is forte, nice and loud, lots of air. And then we've got accents, right? So we really want to make sure that we are pushing the air. It's like we're hitting it heavier than we would a normal quarter note. Tall, tall. This time, we'll start at 29. We'll take the second ending, and we'll play all the way through the end. Here we go. 29. Second ending. Ready? 1, 2. My fault. Second ending. Let's really hear the difference between those quarter notes. 45 to the end. 1, 2. Through 66. Tall, 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 tall. Strong, confident. 56. 1, 2. Infernal Gallop for today. We are going to focus a lot on Smash Mouth. I would like us to run measures 37 through 44. This is what we worked on last week in the other sectional video. If you haven't checked that out yet, you need to, okay? (37) through 44. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. One and done. One and done. Should we go over that again? If you didn't quite get this section, here's what we can do. I will play from 37 to 44 a few times. The first time through, just listen. Second time through, try to do the fingers. If you think you're ready by the third time to play along with me, perfect. Do it. Here we go. Once more. 37. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was our first time. Second time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Especially with the E's, that's a little hard, right? We want to focus all of our air upwards, tight, firm corners. If you need to draw them back a little bit more to be able to do this, sometimes that can help. If you have a sibling that maybe they get under your skin a little bit every now and then, use that. Try to blow them over. Lots of air. Lots of fast air. That was our second time through. Third time. I'd love it if you could play along with me. If you're not ready yet, wait for the fourth time. But after that, we're going on. So, here we go. 37. 2, 3, 4. And finally, last time before we go on. Two, 3, 4, 1. Going on, let's look at the next four measures. Nice and easy. B flat, C's and D's. 2, 3, 4, 1. problems with that one? The next part, what we're going to learn today, is measures 49 through 57. First time through, I'm going to play, you're going to listen and follow along. Second time through, I'm going to play, you're going to listen and do the fingers. You're also going to do this the third time. If you believe that you were ready the fourth time to attempt it with me, bring it on. We can do it. 49. Two, three, four. That very last measure, measure and a half. It's part of my favorite, it's one of my favorite measures of the whole song. It's the reason I have it stuck in my head all the time, is that lick right there. Gets me. Alright, 49. One more time. 2, 3, 4. I'd like you to attempt to play this with me this time. I'll go slower. Here we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and... dissect those two measures a little bit. So we've got B flat to a C sharp. So 1 to 1, 2, to D, back to 1, to C sharp, back to 1 and 2, to D, back to 1, C, B flat, G, F. Slow and steady. 55 and 56. Very slow. 3 and 4 and another time. 3 and 4 and 1. Before we cap our sectional for today, let's look at measure 53. So 4 before measure 57. and 54 are repeated a few times in this section, so we'll break them down slow. So I'll play 53 and 54. Follow along, finger line at least for the first time. Join me when you are ready. 3 and 4 and 1. One more time. 3 and 4 and 1. Again, and this will be the last time that we do 53 before we put it all together in one big section. Here we go. 53, 3 and 4 and 1. Are you ready? This is a little bit further back, but why don't we go ahead and start and measure 45. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1. Downbeat of 57. Your homework for this week, Charlie, I would very much like you to run this section a few times, okay? So, starting at 41 all the way through 57. That is your Smash Mouth homework. I hope that you're doing well and that you and your family are staying safe, healthy, and have figured out some fun